Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Soli's Way, and again, this is my side of the story. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to budget your money, tips on saving money, also how bills should be paid. Now, I had a little help. I reached out on my Instagram and I posted a question, and I got a few responses, and I definitely want to share those responses with you guys. So definitely stay tuned. So here we go. How do you budget your money? These are a few responses that I got. First one, from iRockHard_for_mine. Act broke and put it away. You hear that? Act like you don't have it. Act like, you never got it. Whatever the case may be, whatever works for you, do it. It happens to work for her, so I recommend it. Okay. I got a response from Jazzy Manelli. By spending my husband's instead. Just reading it, I laugh. She has the luxury to be able to spend her husband's money. Not all of us have it, but if you have it, take advantage of it. So another one from Equality_21. Make a budget or record your expenses. That is actually what I do. I'm going to go more to depth. And I also got from Claudia.RIBS. Every Dollar app has really helped me. I've heard about Every Dollar, and also I've used before the Mint app. I had a little bit of struggle using the Mint app, so if you know how to use it, definitely let me know. Maybe I can start using it again. And if Every Dollar works for you, then great. I got here from Ricky H_. He responded, I get paid hourly, so I use an Excel spreadsheet to track my bills, and I divide my money amongst the bills, and I track any leftover. Oh God, sounds like I can't read. I track any leftover. I do this all month on a month-to-month basis. If you have two bank accounts, then use the account strictly for bills and the other for personal money. If you don't have two accounts, then set a certain amount of play money. I'm going to talk about that. To the side and stick to it. Use your credit cards for emergencies only. So, I think his way is completely awesome. Kind of how I do it, because it's on my phone, so I do have like a little Excel spreadsheet. What else? He goes on a month-to-month basis. Definitely what I do as well. And bank account. Yeah, how many bank accounts? But I'm going to show you guys how I do my budget and how I go about things. I'm just going to give you an example. I'm not going to be these aren't the real figures, but it gives you guys an example on how I do things. Alright, here we go. Remember, this is only an example. I'm just giving you guys exactly how I do it. This is the exact format. I just do it on my phone. And the difference from this and mine is that the numbers are going to be completely different. Now, I start off with my take home. Exactly what I make the entire month, what I take home. In this case, we're going to say $3,000. Then I move on to the mortgage. We're going to say $1,400. Utilities can be light, water, gas. Some people have them all included, all separate. I do a total, kind of an estimate of what I think it'll be. And I always go high on that estimate just in case, because this number can't change, okay? So we're gonna say $350. My internet doesn't change. It's gonna be $80. Car payment, $400. Credit cards, this also can change. So let's pay attention to utilities here. And credit cards, this can change because you can pay a credit card off. So I always start off with my minimum payment, then my phone bill, $100. Now I add all of this up. Here we go. All right, so we said $1,400 plus $350 plus $80 plus $400 plus $100 plus $100. Here are all my bills. $2,430. Now, I take my take home, and I subtract it by 2,430. Alright, so 3,000 minus 2,430 equals 570. Basic math, I shouldn't be using calculator, huh? Alright, so I have 570. So, remember I mentioned play money? Play money, in better terms, is food, gas, money for my son and myself. My son, it could be Pampers, clothes that he needs, things for school. Myself, it could be my hair, nails, clothes, whatever the case is. And of course, your food and gas. So, we're going to talk about savings in a minute. So basically, my play money, I take from what I have left over. And what I like to do usually with my what I have left over is kind of just take as much as I can. In that case, most of the times I'll divide it straight down the middle. So I'll divide it by 2, and I have 285. So play money, I have 285. Those 285, I should be able to buy some food, put some gas, my son, myself, and anything else that I need to do. Now, this amount can change, as well as my utilities can change. Let's say my utility bill ends up being $300. So what I did there was, now that extra 50 goes here, which can either go to my savings or to my play money, as well as my credit card payments. Let's say that I pay a credit card off. It's already paid. Now instead of paying $100, I'm paying $50. So it's an extra $100 that I didn't have, which this turns into $670. And that's basically what I do. Not too hard. I would say pretty simple. And it just happens to work for me. So hopefully this can work for you guys. If not, let me know which way works for you best. All right. So the next question I asked was, I wanted to know your tips on saving. I think saving is very important. It's something we should all do. I'm actually going to start a savings account for my son. He's only 3, so I'm going to start now. I'm going to put as much as I can, little by little. From Rio.Tatiana Pantoja, I got 1. Don't buy on impulse. Very important. Trust me, do not buy on impulse, okay? That's important. I thought that was like, oh, yes. 2, invest your money on something. I think that is straight on. If you can, definitely invest your money in something. For example, real estate. Okay? Invest your money in real estate. All right. I got here from never.sleep.ent_. Tell yourself and everybody else who invites you anywhere you're broke. I've done that. My friends will tell you, I've done that. It works. You just stop getting invited to places because they're so used to you saying you're broke. So, they're like, well, she's broke. Like, I'm not even save our invitation, our text message. So you may want to be careful with that, but it works. Marvelous, she has 5 S's. Okay, here we go. Take cash out and keep it in a safe place where you won't touch it. That is very smart. We actually have a bank safe deposit box thingy that you have to have like a special key for, the bank has a special key for, whatever the case is. Last year, I actually did that. I had money to save. 2 years ago, I actually took out cash that I had saved and I put it there. And it's a hassle to get to them. You have to sign out, sign in. They have to make sure that you have your credentials. So it's a lot of information. It's a lot that you have to bypass. So that I highly recommend. If you have it, take advantage of it. Okay. From D Healthy Life 180. Get what you need, not what you want. Yes, get what you need. What you need is more important than what you want. That will help you on saving. At Rochella, deposit more money in your savings and spend less throughout the week. Yes, deposit more money in your savings. Save it more and spend less. That is right on. From Beautiful Sinna, it's spelled SINNAH_. Set a monthly goal and feed your savings no matter what. Yes, monthly goals and not only, but try to just feed your savings. That will definitely help. So we're back to the drawing board. Savings. When it comes to my savings, I agree on the most of the responses that I got, which is take the majority of your money and put it in your savings. So if I have 670, I'm actually gonna do my best and take more than half of 670 divided by 2 is 3. Oh, I was wrong over here in that math. I ain't no 385. I need to go back to school. It's actually 335. So half of 670 is 335. I'm gonna do my best to take more than 335. I'm gonna actually take 400 and put in my savings. So from 670 minus 400, that leaves me with 270. So that leaves me with 270 over here for play money. Whether it's enough or not, I do my very best to put more into my savings. Another question I asked was, living with your partner, whether you're married or not, or even living with a roommate, how should bills be paid? How should bills be paid? These are some of the responses that I got. All right. Rio da Tatiana Pantoja. Split as fair as possible because it's teamwork. Yes, teamwork makes the dream work. So definitely, if it works for you, splitting it as fair as possible, or 50-50, that's what D Healthy Life 180 and Beautiful Sinna said. Split 50-50. If that works for you, then yes, do whatever is fair for you, and whichever way it comes easy. We're from Ricky H _ split it and pay ahead of time so you're not stressed later on. Manage your money easier. Yes, pay ahead of time. If you can pay your bills ahead of time, trust me, it will be a lifesaver in the future. If for any emergency, if something happens, you lose your job, things like that, you definitely want to make sure that you have at least some cushion. Not just your savings, but you have some bills that are already paid ahead. So if they come and you're not able to pay them, they're already paid. And then you have to worry about them once they're coming, that okay, this isn't paid, it's not on time, now I have to focus on it, I have to worry about it. So it gives you that wiggle room. So I think that was an awesome answer. My answer to living with your partner, whether you're married or not, or even living with your roommate, how should bills be paid? People can debate this, people can fight it, I don't know. I think 50-50. I just think it's fair. Rather you're paying the mortgage and I pay everything else, or whatever works. But I think 50-50 is like the best fair. If someone is able to pay more, then great. If you're able to pay more than the other person, awesome. That is great too. But roommates, definitely 50-50. Now, let me ask you, with roommates, if you're splitting 50-50, but you guys moved into a 2-bedroom, there's a master bedroom with the master bath, and then there's the regular, a little bit smaller, just a tad bit, but the bathroom is outside of the room. How do you do that? Do you still split 50-50? Do you flip a coin? Let me see. Does that person pay $100 more than the other person? That's something to consider. Just because the room is bigger, it's more personal, it's more privacy. So you are getting more than the other person. So it's that when that person will pay a little more. That was just a question to you guys. So you guys let me know about that one. Now, I did a bit of a plot twist, all right? So I was getting a lot of response in regards to splitting 50-50, which I completely agree with. Yes, if you could do that, do it. So I said, I seem to get more response on splitting the bills 50-50. What if one of them lost her job, or one makes less than the other, or one makes more than the other? Then what? These are some of the responses that I got. _JLV9 _. get another job and pick up more hours. So I got from that, if you already have a job, that other person and one of them lost your job, pick up more hours. So you can carry the load or the weight of that other person, or also look for a job. Don't just leave it for that one person to do everything. Help them out in any way you can. Even if you're making less, at least you're contributing something, and I think that's more important than anything. If you know that when you both are paying and you both are splitting everything 50-50 and one ends up losing their job or makes less, whatever the case is, I think it's only fair as long as you're contributing something. Then you're still contributing, even if you're not giving money. So whichever way works, I say go for it. Another response, Marvelous, she has 5 S's again. Personally, I always put money aside as if I'm paying all the bills myself just in case. That's very smart. Put money aside. So that's either with your savings or that's a cushion. That's just something that you do just in case something happens. You know what you're prepared for. So that's where your savings come in. You always want to make sure you're saving. So I thought those were great answers. I have another one here from The Healthy Life 180. If one loses the job, then of course the one working pays all the bills. Of course, if one loses a job, the other one that's working pays all the bills. Like I said, if you're unable to pay, and give money, then contribute with something else. Help out with other things around the house or the situations. Cook. If you don't cook, start cooking. Do everything you possibly can. That's just what I think about these, and those are my comments towards these responses, and literally what I think about each and every response. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys leave your comments below and any topics you guys want to talk about. Definitely subscribe to my channel, and remember, every Wednesday I post a new video. Don't stress and be blessed.